Hello and welcome to TMX Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today I'm going to show you how to make this French onion dip. It uses the high heat function. So for those of you with a TM31 or a TM5, you won't get the same product, but I will tell you how to do it, okay? So come with me today. Let me show you this. We're going to go straight to start cooking. First thing it's asking for is oil, okay? So we're going to put into the bowl 20 grams of oil. We are going to follow this down to pretty close to what it's asking for. High heat cooking does like to stay relatively close to what they're asking for. Next up, it's got 300 grams of brown onion cut into wedges. So I've pre-done that. I'll put that in. 330, that'll do. We're going to go next, and then we need to put something special on top. You can see in the photo there, it's got no measuring cup in place, but it has a splash guard. Now, I wasn't organized enough before I went online to grab that, so let me, oh, the camera's having trouble. Let me grab that splash guard. It's popped in top there. Now, it's a special part for the TM6. It is used in our high heat cooking if we're doing caramels, if we're doing honeycomb, if we're searing off chicken. So I'm making this for a party on the weekend, and we're actually going to be doing chicken pizzas in the Havana. If you haven't checked out the Havana, check it out in the mix shop. It's phenomenal. It makes pizzas in minutes as opposed to lots of time in the oven. So we'll be spinning out 10 or so pizzas, and yeah, you put them in and you turn it around, but I want to put on them some, they're going to be like barbecue chicken, teriyaki chicken style pizzas. So I'm going to use the high heat to do batches of fried off chicken in advance so it's ready to go on the pizza. So the high heat, when I'm using that, will ask for this, okay? High heat though, you don't have recipes that you can manually make, they're all guided, but you can hack them. So, you know, in this case, it's asking for 300 grams of onion. I could be putting in capsicum strips, mushrooms, broccoli, cauliflower, chicken. It doesn't know. It just wants the weight to match. So that's something to know for those of you who have a TM6 and you're pros at it. You can do that. You can hack it. Okay, so I go done, and I simply then go 10 minutes. It's got maximum temperature, and it says turn the dial to start. You can see the wiggly line. So I actually just flick the dial, and it goes. All right, so I'll be back in 10 minutes, and we'll finish this recipe together after it's cooled. So it'll probably be more like 15 minutes. It needs to cool before we add the cream cheese to it. Otherwise, it's going to melt the cream cheese and sour cream. So I'll see you in the next step soon. Okay, welcome back. It's cooked. It's also cooled. If I go out of the screens, you can see now that the bowl's at 45 degrees, which means it's not going to particularly melt the cream cheese and the sour cream. So that's what we want. By the way, if you are a TM31 or a TM5 customer, Vorwerk is the speed you want. Probably 15 to 20 minutes. You want it to be as cooked off as you can. You can see the beautiful browning we get with the TM6 high heat. Okay, that's made it all go translucent and beautiful. Let's get back into our recipe. So it's 45 degrees now, and it says to set it aside. We did that, that's fine. It says to retain some onions for garnish. I'm not going to worry. Okay, this is just going in a container so that I can serve it into smaller containers in grazing platters for the weekend. Has anyone watching on actually done this recipe? I'd love to know if you have. So I'm going to put in, it says 150. I'm serving a crowd, so I'm just going to put in the whole block. Okay, so in this goes. I'm sure it'll be fine and tasty. I do like, after sour cream, the next couple of ingredients. I'm just going to scrape this off, so hang on a second. We've got coming up after the sour cream, and by the way, if you don't have sour cream but you've got yogurt, swap it for some natural yogurt or Greek yogurt. That would be yummy as well. Next up, we've got 100 grams of sour cream. I do have sour cream. I shopped for the occasion, but you may not, so hence the suggestions. So, a little more. Happy to go a little bit over just to make that a little bit more. All right, next two ingredients. I like these. We've got half a teaspoon of garlic powder. So if you don't have garlic powder, you could put in probably, you'd want to do it earlier, but a clove of garlic. Just looking to see if I've got something I can put it in with. Might need to be the corner of a spatula. So half a teaspoon, just guesstimating. And then we've got onion powder. So it's going to bring out that onion flavour a little more. It's 1 teaspoon. So a bit more of that. Then we've just got, I think, some salt and pepper. No, apple cider vinegar, no salt and pepper. 1.5 teaspoons, not much. You could use like a white vinegar. That would also work perfectly fine. I need to go really light with this. It should make a nice little tang to it. The other thing Go away, flies. The other thing you could use is a squeeze of lemon juice, because you might have used that if you're making the beetroot dip. Okay, on with the lid. Measuring cup. Let's blitz this up. This is the end of the recipe. So it is as simple as that. The longest thing is your high heat cook time, letting it cook on its own for that period of time, letting it cool. Actually, that's the longest. Letting it cool is probably your longest step, to be honest, putting it aside for that period of time. Having a second bowl is handy because you can then put it in and make other things in that time. But there you go. That is what it looks like. Let me have a little taste. Give it a stir. Just get that bit down the side, and I'm gonna. And it tastes like French onion dip. It needs to be chilled. Obviously, well, it's not warm, but it's not cold. It's going to thicken as it chills as well, because that cream cheese will congeal again. But give this recipe a go. If you've got a TM31 or TM5, do it on Vorwerk. You won't get it quite as caramelly, but it'll still be beautiful. TM6 owners, high heat for the win. Love it. Anyway, if I can help you with anything with your Thermomix, reach out. Make this dip. Tell me what you think. Okay, I love to know what you think of recipes. If you can't find it, let me know. Sometimes they're on other country platforms and you don't have your filters quite set right. I'd love to help you get them all set up so you got all the recipes to search from when you are looking for something to make. But otherwise, take care. Share this video with your friends and family who have a Thermomix, or maybe they need the ease of a Thermomix. So please share it far and wide. Subscribe, hit like, all those things, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.